Can't tell you how many times a day we have people who walk in that it's their first time and their eyes are just like dinner plates. Their eyes just light up when they see all of these different desserts like macarons, eclairs, cakes, different flavors from French cuisine.
There is a lot here. Our pastries are new and different. There is no an eclair shop like it in Utah. I was in France. We used the old recipes from the 1800s for the Fisher cream.
People walk in here, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is here. I'd expect this in like New York or in Paris or something like that, but in Sandy, it's something that a lot of people don't expect. What we do, it's a very European style. In France, there are eclair shops, there are macaron shops, there are bread bakeries. Not so much in America. We always kind of want a one-stop shop, but you don't get the quality of people who have really honed their craft and learned how to do something. Felt amazing that people thought about us. There's a ton of businesses, a ton of bakeries, a ton of choices out there. It's just kind of a little, yay, like excitement that people are actually thinking about us. What we're trying to put out into the world is actually hitting home.
The best part about having that shop is bringing diversity to the community. I was born and raised in Egypt. I have been in France, Turkey, Belarus, Greece. We introduced different international brunches on the weekends, different culture. We do the whole thing. We do the food, we do the music. If it's Mediterranean like Arabic, we try to speak in Arabic to the customers so you get the whole feeling like you're somewhere else. It's important to be involved in the community. We have a Syrian brunch and all the proceeds go back to the Syrian and the Turkish survivor from the earthquake. Sandy, I live close by and I love the community here. I love the people here. Since we opened, we thought like it will take time to build customers and all that stuff, but we ruled since day one. We love it here.
I'm Jackie Newman.
My name is Yusuf and we are the Sandy New Business of the Year.
I'm Fish Bartlett, owner of Tribal West Lacrosse, and for the last 20 years, I've served the lacrosse community here in Utah. When I started coaching here, there were less than 500 players in the state. I was coaching high school for 10 years, but I found that I could help more people opening the store than just helping one school. There was no place for people to buy uniforms. Parents didn't know a good pocket or what a stick was. Now there's over 10,000 kids playing, youth, boys, girls, all the way up. It's been fun to watch it double again, double again. Anybody can buy stuff online or go to a box store, but unlike a box store, Tribal West, it's player-owned, player-operated. We're part of a lacrosse family. I still play. My wife and I met through lacrosse. We run a girls' fall high school league, which is huge, and the girls love it. And we all live for Tribe Camp. It's always the last weekend in July. We bring in coaches from all over the country. Kids have a blast and they learn a ton. And then both our boys play, and the people we hire, everybody else is passionate about the game, so it's really easy to help outfit players, the heads and the stringing. It's fun to have really good employees who are just as passionate about the game as we are. We want people that come in and have an experience. The shooting cage, to be able to test sticks and see how fast you can throw. We made the Great Ball Machine, which was an art project. Tribal West was never about making money. It was just a place where people can learn about the history of the game. The Native American influence, see artifacts and historical wood sticks and old bucket helmets and be like, that's really cool. It's nice to be recognized, to have this from the mayor and the town of Sandy. 20 years in the same location of just giving back to the community, and then the community says, hey, you've been doing a good job, and that's pretty cool. That's special. My name is Fish Bartlett, owner of Tribal West Lacrosse, winner of Small Business of the Year.
Drone shows are like new. Most audience members have never seen a drone show. To be able to hear the crowd and feel their energy is amazing.
At Open Sky Productions, we're a drone light show company. We fly all over the United States to put on shows for different types of events.
People come to us with ideas, and it's my job to sit down and figure out, okay, how do we make this work so it's not smacking into mansions, it's not hitting trees, and we've got it at just the right time.
Each show has probably had 50 plus hours of design and thought gone into it.
There's a lot that goes into drones finally taking off, right? And the stress continues to build until drones finally launch. And then you hear the crowd just start cheering and kids screaming, and you finally realize this is why we go through all this work, is to really bring that first time experience. Most of these people have never seen a drone light show before. And finally seeing drones in the air, hearing the cheers, hearing the oohs, the ahs, that's why we do it.
Being the first drone light show company here in Utah, it's starting to get some traction and getting more requests to put on shows. It feels really good to have the city of Sandy kind of recognize us as one of their partners. We loved working with them and put on some really cool shows for them.
We're super humbled by the nomination. Been a real thrill to see what the team has been able to create.
Working with Sandy has been amazing. We're still in startup mode. We're trying to make this thing reach escape velocity, and Sandy has been a huge help.
I'm Jesse Stone, president of Open Sky Productions, and we just received Vendor of the Year for Sandy City.
I just want people to know that this is the place to come to be inspired, and that this is where packaging comes to life. A lot of our customers come in and they buy shipping supplies, gift wrapping, corporate business owner that needs to come in and get packaging for a goodie bag to give away to their clients, or it's just customers that want to come in and wrap gifts for family. We've got all the wrapping supplies for them that they need. I try to create things throughout the store to show them things that they can create and make out of the products that we bring into our store. Sometimes people need to be inspired. They don't know how to put that gift together and to add that ribbon and tissue. I try to put displays throughout the store so they can get ideas. My favorite item that we bring into the store is our gift wrap. We bring in a whole bunch of selections for people to choose from. I pick a lot of fun, unique colors, patterns. I don't carry the cheap stuff you'll find at Walmart. The quality is thicker. It doesn't tear when you're wrapping with it, and I bring it in large rolls so that people don't run out so quickly when they're wrapping up their gifts. I feel so humbled and grateful that people of Sandy City have chosen us to be Sandy's Residents' Choice Award. We must be doing something right, and it makes me feel grateful that we're bringing in the right products, we're giving them the right service, and that we are the fun place and the inspiring place to go to. I'm Christina Roller, and I'm the owner of Pack and Wrap, Sandy's Residents' Choice Award.
There's such a connection to this community through generations. It's a phenomenal location. This green space has been an important part of this community for nearly 70 years now.
Willow Creek was incorporated back in 1957. The golf course and the clubhouse were the first things out here.
Whether families enjoying leisure, recreation, our facilities here, when you cross the gates, you have space. You can breathe.
Between golf and restaurants and pro shop and a swimming pool aquatic facility, Willow Creek's special how it's bringing together the people of this neighborhood and the people of this community as far as a full service country club. We're looked at sometimes as people looking in the fence and going, oh, it's a private club. When you drove in, you saw a sign that said private club members only. Our effect in the community is outside of our boundaries. We have quite an extensive payroll, and that helps the community. We're very concerned on giving back to all of the employees that work for Sandy City, whether they be first responders, maintenance people, all the way down to every level. So we decided last year that what we wanted to do was do something nice for them. And so we invited them for a nice lunch, very well received. The other thing that we did last year, which is interesting, is we did a concert series on the driving range. But what we wanted to do was invite the neighborhood. And it was a very successful event. We called it Willow Fest. We plan on repeating it again this year.
People love it here. There's that cross-generational, family-friendly connection.
We really enjoy our relationship with Sandy City.
It's nice to have that recognition because I believe in what we do here. I think it's a well-run city, and we're glad to be here.
Sandy is a gateway city to one of the most unique places in the state. That's not only an honor, it carries with it a responsibility to protect this gem, Little Cottonwood Canyon, for future generations. It's a very narrow, 8-mile long canyon that's bounded on each side of the highway with U.S. forest. It is a very unique place. You can be in designated wilderness area within 20 minutes of a metropolitan area. Find any place like that. It just doesn't exist. People go there to hike, they fish, they sightsee, they ski. There's so many things that provide a refuge from the valley floor for people that come to this canyon. There's been a multitude of groups and activities that have tried to address the issues that face the canyon. How can we solve congestion in a way that doesn't destroy the experience of other people that want to use the canyon? A significant amount of Sandy City's water comes out of this canyon. If we don't make the right decisions, that which is very important to us, living in a high desert, goes away or is damaged beyond repair. So we hope that what we're able to do continues to maintain that resource. It's really been a challenge. People have strong feelings about their positions, and it's very difficult at times to get consensus. We want to make sure our voice is heard. The last couple of years, I've got involved with Friends of Little Cottonwood Canyon. We're not an environmentalist group. We're a user group. If we were to have a slogan, we'd say we want to use but not abuse. And so it's important that we try to figure out what's the right balance between business interests and maintaining this special space that's very unique, the solace that's up there, the sense of nature that you can't find in a city park. As a group, we are doing our best to lobby and to interact with our legislators to inform them of the issues. We write letters to the editor as well as op-eds. We create fact sheets that we hand out, and we support other like-minded groups that are involved in this as well. We can't just leave it to elected officials. They have so much on their plate. And since they're representing us, they need to know what we think and what we feel about this. Everyone that has strong feelings about something should get involved, whether that's Canyon, whether it's the Wasatch Front, whether it's the nature of our city government. Everyone should be more involved in expressing their opinions. It's an honor that I would be recognized for this. I try to stay in the background. I don't normally step up and choose to be the front person, but I just happen to be at the right place at the right time, trying to figure out how to conserve what we have so we don't lose it for future generations.
The first thing everybody says, and I'm guilty, I did the same thing, is I'm not old enough to go to a senior center. It couldn't be further from the truth. What we have to offer here is just a really dynamic, positive group of people creating an environment to where all of us belong. I'm a volunteer here at the Sandy Senior Center. And what I love about it is the people. We have over 9,800 volunteer hours that are done every single year, and it's because of the volunteers that it makes this center work. I enjoy being able to help people, being able to share my knowledge in the studio here, and to be able to just have a good time. We have a great time here at the Senior Center. I started in 2018 coming in and participating in the exercise classes. And I kept walking by the pottery and I thought, oh, I really want to go back and get into doing that. I had not thrown a pot in 20 years. And slowly but surely I was able to come back in here, meet some people, have fun, be able to be creative again. A lot of the people who are coming into the pottery studio have done this at another time in their life. And then they went on and they had their careers and they raised their families. And as you approach retirement, you start questioning what it is that you can do. And we share our knowledge, we share our skill, and we just have a blast making friends and just enjoying ourselves. It's been proven that as you age, that it is important that you have social connections and that you have friends. And by participating here in the Senior Center, you get all of that. And so by just helping a little bit, it doesn't require hours of your time. It doesn't have to be a total commitment 100% of the time that you're not at home. And if you think that something needs to be done, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Step up. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You just need to just do it. I'm only one of several people that are here that give of their time and their talent every single day of the week. The fact that I'm being honored is humbling, to say the least, and it makes me feel like I just want to give more. My name is Beverly Pace Root, and I am Sandy City's Volunteer of the Year.
It's important for children to have mentors and safe spaces because we don't know what they're going through at home. But when they come here, it's consistent, it's dependable, they're accepted no matter what. They get to just be a kid and get supported in whatever they're passionate about. Kids like coming to the Sandy Club because they're accepted for exactly who they are. There's study after study showing that after-school care will benefit children up into their college years and throughout the rest of their life. They get a snack, we do homework hour, make sure they stay caught up. We have a counselor that comes on site and meets with them, and this is at no cost to them. We also have a food pantry. Every Friday, all the kids can take home bags of food that will provide them with enough meals for the weekend. That way we're ensuring no child on our watch ever goes hungry. It's important to have clubs like ours because it gives children the support they need and to sub in when their parents can't be available. The Sandy Club gets kids in here all the time that tend to come in here a little scared, but with our highly trained staff and the whole idea that everyone here is welcome, regardless of who you are, what you look like, where you come from, none of those things matter when you walk through these doors. It's really exciting as they build these relationships. Within 6 months, they're coming to hang out in the office and visit with us, talk about their day, invite us to their family events. For them to come in as a shy, scared child into welcoming you to be part of their family, there's nothing better than that. People say, how many kids do you have? And I'm like, around 100. And they are my kids, and they know that. And that's the biggest deal. I don't want to be just the administrator that sits in the office that they don't know. That job's important, raising money and paying the bills and all of that's important. But what's most important to me is connecting with these kids so that they know there's someone rooting for them no matter what. I'm grateful for this award. It means a lot to me personally, professionally, but I think the most important thing is it brings recognition to the children here and the families that need us so other people know they can bring their kids too. I'm Shalom Orton, and I'm receiving the Mentor of the Year award.
Being backstage is a whole different perspective than sitting in the audience. I have had an interest in theater for many years, and I got really involved in high school, worked on a lot of productions, and ended up getting a scholarship to college. My true love was always the technical side of theater. I was actually working on a show in Midvale and happened to wear my cast t-shirt from the show I was in. The postmaster came in and he said, "You do theater?" I went, "Yeah, I've got a degree in theater." "Oh my gosh," he says, "you've got to help us. We are in so much trouble." And come to find out, he was the current president of the Sandy Arts Guild. He says, "We keep tripping the breakers and we can't get the lights to work." I went over to where they were doing the show and climbed up in the attic space, and the only way I can describe it is it's like Indiana Jones when he drops into the tomb with all the snakes. It was just like that, except it was all extension cords. I spent the whole day just tearing out extension cords, rewired all their lights. That was my first production, I think it was 2001, and I've done every show at Sandy since then. As the stage manager, we keep track of all the rehearsals. We're the first ones to the theater during the day and the last ones out. We make sure that the cast is informed. We keep track of rehearsals. I need to make sure that the set's built and done on time, and the costumes and the props. I'm on a headset, communicating with the sound people, spotlight operators, the guy running the light board. Then we also have people backstage, flying in scenery. I just love every bit of it, and it's grown so much over the years. The Arts Guild plays a vital role in the city itself. It gives opportunities to people to come and share their talents. We try to keep our ticket prices low so it's affordable so you can bring your entire family. It's great. We've got a city that is so involved in the arts and willing to support and encourage others to get involved. It's very gratifying to see that some of the stuff I'm doing is being noticed. My name is Steve George, and I'm grateful to be receiving the Sandy Cultural Award.
We started skateboarding like 4 years ago when he got the kids some skateboards for Easter. I would go to the skate park with everybody and was just kind of bored watching them skate. So then I started skating, and then before we knew it, we were all skating. And then before we knew it, we were skating a lot without the kids.
Lone Peak Skate Park has been an awesome skate park. It's our favorite one.
It's definitely our favorite one.
It's close to our house.
People of all age groups use the skate park. You see little kids there with their parents, and you see us there. And I mean, we skate with a guy in his 60s, and he loves the Sandy Skate Park. So yeah, it's just a wide range of people, all demographics. And everybody comes together under a united interest.
We love the place.
We would show up to the park a lot, and it would be locked. It was either snow in the bowl or just showing up too early. It's kind of frustrating because it's our workout, so it's kind of like showing up to the gym and then having it shut, and it's a sunny day in the winter and you want to skate and get some exercise and you're not able to.
Megan ended up starting a Facebook page called Support Sandy Skate Parks. That built upon us getting involved with some other organizations.
We used to just complain, and we'd call the city and be like, "Come open the park," and just kind of be angry about it. And then we kind of learned that there was this alternative way, and that was showing up to city council meetings and having some people come and support us and speaking there. And our son spoke at a city council meeting. It's been good not just for us to learn this, but the kids as well. They've been able to see that getting involved makes a difference.
Going to the city council meetings were beneficial and ended up getting us where the park is open early now and closes late, which is amazing. Community involvement is hugely important. It's much better to make your voice known instead of just complaining that something's not getting done. It's helped us tremendously.
It worked.
I'm Rob Johnston.
And I'm Megan Johnston, and we just received the Empowerment and Belonging Recognition Award in Sandy City.
As a youth, you feel like you're not old enough to do some of this stuff, or I can't create change, or I can't help out in any way because I'm this young, but really you do. You have the power to do anything that you want as long as you're motivated to do it. I go to Jordan High School and I'm the senior class president for 2023. I'm the Sterling Scholar for Skilled and Technical. I'm a part of the Sandy City Explorer program as well as Sandy City Youth Council, and I serve as a judge on the Canyon School District Pure Court. Sometimes it feels like a ton of stuff, but really when I'm doing it, I don't feel like tired or anything because I'm with people that I love and I'm doing something that I love. I could be doing other stuff with like friends in high school and stuff, but this is what I love to do, and I feel so much better giving back to my community and having fun doing it. Everyone should get involved because it can better your life and better those around you and create new experiences you don't think you can have. If you feel lost or you feel like you don't have anything to do, this is something. You have your community. There's always people looking for people to volunteer, and I know a bunch of people, my friends especially, that after me joining Explorers or Sandy Youth Council, they realized that they can join things. I've learned so much through Explorers and Pure Court. I found a real joy in doing stuff with the criminal justice system and helping people. I'm going to be graduating this May. I'm hoping to attend the University of Utah and major in criminology to further my criminal justice experience. Hopefully, a career plan for me will be a criminal defense attorney for juveniles. I'm really honored to get this award. I feel like the community already has given back just from the improvements I've seen within school and then Pure Court and Youth Council. Just getting to know new people and making connections is all worthwhile. Just seeing the difference you can make makes me want to do more and more, and I think I can, so I keep doing it. My name is Cameron Coffey, and I am the Youth Changemaker for Sandy City.
Everybody grows up in their own country in a certain different way that we need to understand. And the more we understand it, the better off we're going to be as a world. One night I was at the Sandy City Council meeting. They said, oh, we've got one more item. We've got some Ukrainians coming who are going to participate with us in training as well as a contest for firefighters across the world, and they don't have any place to stay. I said, wow, we would be happy to support them. There were 6 of them that stayed with us, and they were here for about 10 days. We had a very, very good time with the Ukrainians. They all needed a good breakfast. They all needed a good dinner. We had a very interesting time with them because there are some things they liked and some things they didn't like that we cook in America. They even cooked some things for us that were new to us. Out of the 6 of them, 2 of them could speak English. We had to talk on our cell phones, and if we had something to say in Ukrainian, would translate. We had numerous discussions. We took them up the canyon to show them the leaves and the canyons and showed them the view of the valley from up there. The trails that you could walk and take hikes on. The mayor helped them to go to a Real Salt Lake game. They just thought that was great. Even though they had been to other areas in America in the past for training and for the contests that they'd been in, they said this is the best place that we have been so far. 3 days after the Ukrainians arrived, they were ready to participate in the contest. That was a Monday morning. And we got up early, got them ready, got them a good breakfast. And as I was doing that, they were all outside with their cell phones in front of them in their hands. They said, missiles and bombs are coming in to our neighborhoods. I thought, oh, this is the first day of the contest and this is what is happening. That is something. Fortunately, none of their families were injured that day, but the fact that they were able to get up, go, and participate in the contest that day was really something. Watching them perform was amazing. They first had to get dressed in a heavy uniform. Then they had to run up a tower as quickly as they could, pull up a very heavy load up a rope, walk down, pound something with a very heavy sledgehammer, run across a pathway. They had to get a fire hose, put it through and squirt it in an accurate way. Then they had to pick up a dummy that was very heavy in weight, pull them backwards in order to win. They could do that within 2 to 5 minutes, which was just phenomenal. The Ukrainians won the group award. They beat the world record. They were very pleased, and everybody else in the audience was pleased. That was nice. We got to know them very well. We've stayed in contact with almost all of them. There are some that Facebook more often than others, and they have some very interesting things going on. The Ukrainians left us with a Ukrainian flag, and we gave them an American flag, and they were happy to have that as well. My name is David Jack, and I'm receiving the Global Citizen Award from Sandy City, and very pleased to do so.
Dimple Dell is an absolute gem. It's priceless, and I don't think there's anything like it in the entire lower 48 states. I think we're pretty lucky to have it. I love to volunteer. It sounds kind of silly, but there's just some things you just can't get paid for that are as fulfilling as volunteering. So when the mayor wanted to bring back a horse parade, I was more than happy to join the team to help make that happen. I have lived in Sandy for 10 years. I moved here because of the close proximity to Dimple Dell Park where I could ride my horse. When you get down to the bottom, you don't even realize you're in a city. It gives people time to be quiet, to collect their thoughts, to sort through maybe the stressors of the day and kind of come out revitalized. It brings equestrians, dog walkers, and trail runners, and hikers, and people who like birds and wildlife. There's not one time that I ride through Dimple Dell where a family or a parent with a kid, they want to stop and can I pet your horse? And I might be having a bad day that day. And then when I see these kids touch the horses, I mean, their faces just light up. To be able to communicate with people in my community in such a positive way, I mean, how could you not advocate for horses? They don't solve all the world problems, but man, they make the world a lot better. About 6 years ago, there was a plan on the books to add some asphalt trails through the park. It was going to change the relationship with a lot of people in that park in a very negative way. We got a lot of people on board, and through that, we were able to convince the Salt Lake County to not pave asphalt trails through the park. After the asphalt was off the table, there was a lot of money that had been allocated, and the county actually included us in how to spend that money. It was just a huge opportunity. There's 13 known archaeological sites, and I don't think anybody knows that. There's an ancient bison that's buried in the park. This was a very significant area back around the time of the Fremont Indians. Then when the pioneers came here to the valley, they used it too. It was kind of a headquarters for all the wood that they took down from the mountains and that they used to build Salt Lake City. There's a house at the very top that is made from the same granite quarry that the Capitol and the Temple. They were going to tear it down, and we were so happy that we were able to intervene. And now we're going to restore it, and we're going to turn that into a museum so we can educate the community on all of the history of how this valley came to be. As I talk to people, the older generation, they come and ask, what are you doing at the Polson House? What are you doing in Dimple Dell? And when we're making repairs or we're building something, and even when we're having like an educational walk through the park, they want to know. And the first thing they want to do is they want to share those memories. They say, well, when I was a kid, I used to do this here. And I hope that every generation has the ability to say, well, when I was a kid, I got to do this in Dimple Dell Park. And I think that being part of that is pretty cool. My name is Lisa Caddy, and I am receiving the Mayor's Trailblazer Award.